Say, there's a partnership there. In the end, there's really, we have a job to do. They have a job to do. We have to do our job correctly. And we're coming to this U.S. Open with shot tracer on every shot, basically, and we've got half the holes. You can see the hole on the right side. So we're coming in there with some more technology. And
how did we watch golf without that?
I don't know. I mean, once shot tracer goes away next week, or you only get it on so many shots, I think the viewer is going to be like, what happened? What's missing? That shot tracer is brilliant, and it's expensive, and Fox is willing to go out there and really just jump in with both feet monetarily. Obviously, they bought this package, paid a lot of money for this package, but I think we want to be cutting edge with respect to technology, but also I believe that there's a fundamentally correct way to present the game of golf, and that's what we're trying to do.
Azinger, what hole are you most curious about?
I'm curious about 18, to tell you the truth. If you miss the fairway, can you get on the green in 3? And I'm not sure where they're going to stick that hole on Sunday, but is there going to be a finish on 18 that where you see somebody lose the golf tournament, or are you going to put the hole in the spot where you can see somebody win the golf tournament? And that's a decision that has to be made prior to the start. I really am curious to see how they do on setting up the tee boxes and the length of each hole. It's important for them to get it right. They don't need another mistake in that regard where guys can't reach the 10th fairway because the wind switched directions or something like that. The 10th hole is a dangerous hole too, I feel, because it really arguably maybe the biggest fairway in U.S. Open history. Maybe not total yardage, but it's going to play huge. But if it's into the wind, it might be the most difficult fairway to hit in U.S. Open history. So they've got to get it right. They got to hope the weatherman calls the shots, and hopefully we'll get a delay on Thursday and Mickelson can show up. We're going to do a Santa tracker on Mickelson, on his flight, and if he doesn't have time to get, we'll circle it back out.
What type of golfer really benefits on this course?
I think it's a big hitter's paradise, and it's like a conundrum for the big hitter who hits it high and with a lot of spin. You got to have a guy that spins it quite a bit, because a lot of the second shots are uphill, and it reduces the spin when the ball lands, so that's important. The rain took some of the sting out, but there's sub-air here, so they'll suck some of that moisture out. But if you have to hit it high and you have to spin it to play well here, but this is a windswept property, then you really have something going on there that's unique to a player. Usually a guy likes to flight the ball in the wind. Very few players played their careers and didn't really try to flight the ball any differently than their normal. Watson, I think of right away. Didn't matter what the wind was doing. He hit every shot the same trajectory for the most part. Freddie Couples the same way. Nicklaus was like that. You don't see him hitting knockdowns. So I think here you really are going to benefit from power. Everybody benefits from power. But being able to hit this, it's a second shot course. I mean, there'd probably be 10 players that hit every fairway out here every day. It's possible. I think it's a spectacular second shot course, and I hope the wind blows at least 15 or 20, and then you see if that high ball hitter can manage his spin and hit decent shots into these semi-blind greens. 14 of the 18 holes are going to have some blindness or semi-blindness, and I always say it's only blind once, but it's still unnerving all the time.